Hey guys, how's it going? Chris here with AC, and I am back at Universal Studios Hollywood for another Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift update. And behind me, we have the finished dive loop, which means the circuit has been completed. Let's go check everything out. All right, there it is. Isn't that just awesome? So on Monday night, before it got dark, they lifted up the final two sections as one piece and they filled in that gap. And honestly, I was pretty surprised that they did it while it was still daylight, because since September, they've been installing track at nighttime, and that's why I didn't come out. I'm a little bit bummed about that. Nonetheless, here it is. The profiling just looks incredible. And again, we don't know exactly if you're gonna be going backwards or forwards or sideways going into this. I hope you're going into it backwards. That'll be really, really cool. And then over here, we have some flatbeds, and I wasn't sure what they were last time, but I'm pretty sure they are for the Soundwall. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and walk over to the road here and give you guys a look at how this dive loop looks from other areas. Here it is from across the street. Now they still have the sound shields to install, and once those get installed, we're not gonna see the track like we're seeing it right now. The entire top section is gonna be covered. I imagine that will happen here in the next few months, if not the next few weeks. There are 4 footings that'll have supports, and that's gonna be really fun to see go up as well. Okay, here it is as you come up this road here, and just looks really, really cool. Let's head over to the parking garage and get a look at it from there. Check this out, the tower crane is gone. On Saturday, I saw that it was starting to be disassembled, but there was still a lot left. And then I saw footage from Monday where it was totally gone. And so I'm guessing that they disassembled the entire thing on Monday. It came down as fast as it went up, and it really opens up a really nice, unobstructed view of the coaster. Looks like they recently did a concrete pour over here where we have all the form work, and guys are smoothing out the top of the wall. That is new from last time. And then, let's look down here, the wave turn, and the launch sections. And then there's this big flat area at the bottom, and I'm still wondering what's gonna happen with that. It looks like they've dug out some trenches for some more foundations. So still more work here. And then of course going all the way up into this very awesome dive loop. Looks so incredible. Everything about this coaster is incredible. Just can't believe that we are getting closer to the end here, even though it opens next year. Track work is completed, and I imagine the sound walls, see the footings for over here, those are gonna go up pretty soon. It was, what, a couple months ago that we had the sound wall section right here go up, and then it stopped. So, yeah. Guys working hard here. Taking a look at the station and coming over here, looking inside, get a look at what they are doing. They've installed drywall, there's pipes in there, there's ductwork, there's cables, and looking here, it looks like a staircase that comes down. And then over here, you can see more of the brickwork that extends inside of the building. It's gonna be really, really awesome to be in there when this opens. Can't wait. Really curious to see how it all comes together. There's also work happening on the launch out of the station. They're installing handrails on the catwalk. There's some electrical boxes down there. A lot of little things now that all the track is installed. And then a look at the turn into the station. Staircase still has some work to do. I'm sure it'll get themed somehow. And Have workers here underneath the track working on hooking up all those drive tires. A lot of electrical work to do here now. Here it is. Over here at the escalators now, and on this side, nothing new to report. Like I was saying about those sound shields, they're gonna go up here at some point, and you can see a couple of the footings for that on this side. And then let's look at the track come up and over. And then the station over here still has scaffolding, and kind of cool, there's a giant truss that spans the gap of the track so they can still have scaffolding, because you can't really go through the track very easily. So that's really neat. Get a little closer look over here at it. And then down here, doing some small work. There's a little cement mixer, some sawhorses working on something. I'm not sure exactly what, perhaps over here where this little building is. I imagine that the scaffolding on the station will come down pretty soon. Looks pretty close to done. And then just coming around here, you can see another one of those footings for the sound shield. And oh, they've also filled in, or they're starting to fill in the gap where the footing and the supports meet. And that is something that is always done last. They want to make sure all the adjustments are made before they fill that in. So we can see some are done and some are not. And let's come down the stairs here a little bit more. And of course, that ladder is still there. I'm sure they're just using it to get up on the track when they need to walk it and do everything they're doing. It just kind of permanently stays there for that reason. I kind of joke about it, but yeah, here's a look at everything. Still wondering how they are going to theme this hillside, or if it's just going to be some ground cover. There's not really room for trees, maybe some small bushes. See how that all comes together. Still have to install the catwalk sections where the track drops down there. Yeah, and these footings here for the sound shield, they're massive. I mean, they're much bigger than the ones for the coaster itself. I don't know if you can really get a scale of these. I know I've shown them before, but they're monstrous. So, like I said, there's two here and there's two on the other side. Actually, I'm sorry, there's three here, and actually, I think there's four on the other side. Let's go over here. I can't remember. It's been a while since I looked at everything. Let's see. Yeah. So, yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that I can see from here. Yeah, there we are. Over here, the base of all the supports have been filled in, and guys are over there. Looks like they're working on another one, but they're doing some cutting. I'm not sure, maybe it's a form for it. And then looking out in the distance to that dive loop, and you could really, really see how tall it is from here. Like I said before, when you are on the outside of the park where I started this vlog, it looks tall, but it doesn't look that tall. And then looking from here, you can really, really just see the scale of it. That thing is gigantic. This whole layout, just incredible. Can't believe that it is all done. Great work, guys. All the crew, you guys have really kicked butt. I know you're not at the end yet, but everything that you do is so very, very much appreciated. And let's do another angle of the coaster. Check out all the work going on here. Guys working on the wall. Lots of stuff here. Doing more digging. And just, again, just look at this. Doesn't everything just look phenomenal? I can't even pick a favorite. I mean, you got that hill that goes over the road, the stall, so many cool elements here, so packed together, so many crossovers and unders, and combined with the spinning and everything, this is gonna be a world-class coaster. Another look at the dive loop. So impressed with this. You can also see there's 5 footings I can count now that are gonna be for the sound shield. And then looking down at the flatbed with all the steel for what I'm assuming to be for the sound wall. Heading to the overlook for a final look at everything, and it is so weird to not see the tower crane towering above the buildings here. I got so used to it. It's been there, or it was there for like a year and a half, I think. I think it was December of 2023. So weird saying that, 2023 when it was installed. And it's nice. There's nobody up here at the moment. I found a nice gap in the crowds. And like I keep saying, there are workers everywhere doing more digging. Got trenches over here. Probably just a lot more electrical and whatnot. And coming all the way over here to the launch sections and the dive loop. And yeah, they're definitely pouring some sort of foundation over there. I imagine they'll get all that done first, and then they will start working on all these sound walls. But my guess is as good as yours. It's really hard to kind of figure out what's gonna happen next here. Yeah, look at that. No more tower crane. So weird. I wonder what they're gonna use that for. If it's just gonna stay there or what? That would be a lot to bust out. And then, yeah, like getting this view, I used to have a giant support in the way for the tower crane, and now I get this really beautiful view. Love it. All right, guys, well, that's gonna do it from Universal Studios Hollywood. Thank you very much for watching. I did want to get on the studio tour, but I'm kind of out of time. I'll knock that out next time I come here. Anyway, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.